La 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 la. La 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 la. Road into mission, city mirage our vision. Land of the free, aka hypocrisy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the R2R Broadcast Network live coverage from the R2R Winter Series Championship Finale at Phoenix Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Zachariah Cartledge. Thank you for joining us in the booth. We're joined by a color commentator tonight, a driver who was not allowed to race in the playoffs, so we said might as well bring you up in the booth. It's Sebastian Perez. We'll talk to him in just a second. A lot is going to happen here tonight for the R2R Winter Series. We're deciding who's going to be a champion. That's always exciting. Usually a championship battle would be closer, but based off the field size tonight, it's going to be hard for a Revelo or Youngblood to figure it out. Almost 20 points behind Schmidt. Youngblood more than 20 points behind Schmidt, and there's only 13 cars in the race tonight, which is unfortunately a season low. So it's going to be hard for those drivers to figure it out tonight. Not sure if they're going to be able to. I guess we're just going to have to find out together. We'll hear from Sebastian Perez in a second. We'll also hear from our pole position qualifier. Before we do any of that, though, quick word from our sponsors who've been with us since the start of the season. We appreciate their support throughout the highs and the lows that we've had throughout the R2R Winter Series. And let's have a quick word from our sponsors before we kick off the race tonight. Hey everybody, it's Zachariah, founder of R2R SimStock Motorsport Club and R2R Motorsports. If you're like me, trying to get into racing, obviously you're going to find out at some point that the graphics you make are probably not going to look that good on the track. I mean, you can look at a few of these examples on the screen right now, but it's quite obvious that at some point you're going to want to have a company start making stuff for you. And that's where Top Speed Graphics comes into play. Top Speed Graphics specializes in any sort of racing design, from painting your race cars, to wrapping your race cars, to stickers, to t-shirts, even to ambulances. They wrap ambulances. Isn't that awesome? Top Speed Graphics is based out of Orchard Hill, Georgia. Now, a lot of people are probably going to just watch this video or commercial right now and say, wait, I don't even live in Georgia. This doesn't even matter to me. Why am I watching this? Well, if that is the case and you don't live in the middle of Georgia where nobody else lives, then you're in luck, because they can also promote to anywhere in the United States. All you have to do is send them the graphics or send them the product you want to be worked with, and they can send it right back to you. And they're also a Christian-based company, so they're very tight-knit, family-based, and they really love serving their community. Once again, thank you Top Speed Graphics for being the title sponsor of the R2R Winter Series. If you need anything from fleet branding to lettering to signage to vehicle, trailer, and truck work, apparel, or more, feel free to call them at 470-712-8052. You can also go to their website or contact them through email. If you have questions, you can also ask me and I can direct you to the correct link. And without further ado, let's get right back to the racing action. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, main sponsors, Top Speed Graphics and NASCAR Scheme Hub, but of course, another big thank you to our onboard camera sponsor this season, who we're going to wrap up this season with Gavin Smith on the onboard camera. Actually, maybe not, because he decided to turn off his camera. Someone's going to have to tell him, Sebastian, since you're here, might as well tell him that his camera's not working. That's a fun way to start tonight, but we appreciate Master Audio Post-Production for their support. And with that being said, we're going to bring it in the booth. Your color commentator tonight, Sebastian Perez. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Phoenix, it's one of those interesting tracks, if I say so myself. And restarts here are chaotic. That they're going to use that dog leg as a shortcut, and it's one of those speedways you got to be patient, as someone can definitely make a mistake here. The long runs, they're gonna be haunting you if you go aggressive in the short run. But yeah, in other words, just be patient and yeah, just do your thing. Hopefully we have a good race tonight. And yeah, back to you, Zach.
Yeah, and William Schmidt came into this race 17 points ahead of Aiden Arevalo in second. And the good news for him is Arevalo and Youngblood needed to literally get every bonus point to win. And right now, Arevalo and Youngblood sit 11th and 12th while he sits second. So it seems like William Schmidt has this locked up tonight. All he needs to do is have a clean race, bring it back around in a good position, and he should be our champion. And honestly, we love to have battles. We love to have close, tight-knit opportunities near the end of the season, but the bottom line is William Schmidt, no matter how you slice it, he has been the championship driver this season. Nobody's been faster than him this entire year. And if anybody deserves the champ, it's definitely him. So, Sebastian, do you think anybody even has a shot on Schmidt tonight for the championship or even the race? Do you see somebody like Mitchell or Good possibly beating him in the race, not just the championship?
Oh, no, I doubt William has this locked in. But, I mean, who knows? Like, anybody can win as long as it's the right time, right position, and like Michael Good, we saw him win at Atlanta in an upset, and it can happen. I honestly think Mateo might have a shot based on the practice times, and so just look out for him.
And he's currently on the pole right now as well, so watch out for that. And I do want to say a quick thank you. Late in the season where we have all of our viewerships down, I do want to thank all of our loyal fans who are in the chat tonight. Some German Guy 7, Expresswave, RPO Bob, Octory 100, and I believe that's it. If I missed one of them, let me know. But those guys have been here since the beginning. They have been the only loyal fans we pretty much had this entire season. So all I want to say to you guys is, watch out for the spring races. The R2R SimStop Motorsport Club. We're doing random card track combos. We're going to start testing out the YouTube Shorts and the Twitch algorithm. I want to get the viewership up, so we may switch over to some other things. But just know you're going to be the OG viewer no matter what, no matter how much views we have. But the summer series will be fun. Make sure you find out who your loyal driver is. Make sure you be a fan of somebody because, I guarantee you, based off the people we have tonight, all of these guys should be racing in the summer series. So it'd be pretty cool to see. As the final race comes on, we have some number changes. Jackson Cottingham to the 41, Good to the 87, and a few others. So, tonight's a big night for these drivers. Not a big field, and somebody can come up here and win their first race or win their second race and really give them some steam coming into the SimStock races and eventually the summer series. So that'll be exciting to watch out for. But with that being said, Sebastian, it's time for the grid. Any final words before we kick off the race tonight?
No, sir.
All right, well, not the grid, actually. I forgot. This is we'll have a quick warm-up. We're going to speak to our pole sitter tonight, which is going to be Mateo Mitchell, who he actually just came off of a win at Iowa, so that'll be pretty cool to see what he can do. He didn't get his win till race 18 on the season, but maybe 2 in a row is all he needs to give himself that steam coming on to the summer months. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring up Mr. Mateo Mitchell in the booth. He is your pole sitter for tonight's event.
Ooh, it does not. Oh, sorry. It does not look like I have the admin. You didn't.
Yeah, I got it. No problem. Hey, Mateo Mitchell, it's Cartilage. Do you have a copy?
I gotcha. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Well, you just won at Iowa last week, and now you're on the pole. So, out of nowhere, some late race steam, late season steam, should I say, for the number 15. And what's the goal tonight for the 15 camp?
Survive. The last 2 times that I've started on pole, things did not go out pretty well. I believe I wrecked out of both times I qualified first. So, at this point, my main goal is just to survive to the end. Hopefully get a win. It's going to be a little difficult trying to keep Schmidt in my rear bumper, but I feel like it's very much possible.
Yeah, and obviously, I'm sure you would love to help your R2R teammates Arevalo and Youngblood for the championship tonight, but they're so far back, I don't think it's going to be even possible. But if there is a possibility that Schmidt falls to the end of the pack, let's say let's just throw out a scenario here. Let's say Schmidt's in last place, out of the race, and you're fighting with Youngblood and Arevalo for the win. How lenient will you be for your teammates tonight as they try to fight a championship that's very out of their grasp, but they still have a very slight possibility if everything goes their way?
In that situation, I would kind of just let them go. I mean, as much as I would love to battle them, I know they're fighting for a championship, so the only logical decision would just be let them go, let them fight it out. Try not to make it worse for not just them, but for everybody else.
Absolutely. Well, you won the poll, so the floor is yours. Anybody want to shout out? It could be the final time you have it this season, so take it away.
Just want to shout out really everybody for making this season possible. I mean, it's been an awesome season. Been here, the races that I've been able to attend, had a ton of fun, and I would love to keep doing this. It's been an absolute blast.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you in Victory Lane. Until then, have a good night. Enjoy the finale.
Thank you. Have a good one.
And I want to talk to somebody else as well. I believe Mr. Gavin Smith has his onboard camera now fixed. Let's see. Nope, not on there yet. Actually, I think it's because I have to update it, so give me a second. We're going to update Gavin Smith's camera. Looks like he switched to his phone, so that's probably why it was like that. But let's go ahead and see his beautiful face. I know we all love seeing that. So let me pull it up here. Don't you guys love seeing Gavin Smith's face? I know I do.
I do.
I don't mean that in any weird way. There he is.
There you go.
Yeah, let's have a word with Gavin Smith. I want to see what his goal is tonight. He's yet to win this season. He actually, of course, he's known for mainly coming so close to winning this season. And let's go ahead and have a word with him up in the booth. Hey, Gavin Smith, it's Cartilage in booth. You have a copy.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Well, what's going on? You coming into this finale race, you've yet to win this season, and you've had an up and down year to say the least, but what's your goal here tonight? Do you want to bring it home in a victory lane position?
That's just the biggest goal, but I mean, based on my play on my postseason so far, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just hoping just make the most of what I can do and hopefully go for a top 5 tonight. That's just the overall goal. I mean, this postseason's not really been the best with me, you know, qualifying in the back and one up, but Phoenix is a good track for me, so I'm just hoping to make do with what I got.
Yeah, you're starting in 7th, so it could be worse, but, you know, in a field of, 12 cars, it could be better as well. So you're pretty much dead center in the middle of the pack tonight. Do you have any concern with where you're at the start of this race, that you could possibly be prone to any early accidents?
Only thing I can really say is a big problem, especially is on cold tires on restarts. A lot of people are going to make mistakes. A lot of people are going to force it 3 wide in the middle, trying to get whatever little position they can get. That's a big thing I've been seeing mid-pack and the back of the pack, so that's a big concern for me. Another thing in general is dirty air. You're going to get a lot of it during these longer runs, and your tires will be killed after a short amount of laps. So that's also another big concern.
Yeah, and got about 50 seconds left on the grid. So Sebastian, you got any questions for Gavin Smith?
Nope. Other than good luck and have fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure he hopes to have fun as well. He's had up and down races this season, but there he is on the camera having a good time. Your camera's really clear tonight, so you can pretty much do whatever you want on the camera. Just don't make any obscene gestures. We'll definitely see it tonight. It's very clear.
Hold up.
Yeah, we're live, Gavin. Don't do anything.
Oh, what is he doing?
That's fine. That's fine.
He's taking a picture.
Caught you lacking, boy.
All right. Well, good luck, Gavin. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, no further delays. It's time to kick off the grid tonight, the very short grid here tonight from Phoenix to kick off the finale. And with that being said, let's go ahead and switch over to the start of the race. Some German guy said he was trying to flashbang us. That's funny. All right. Been a long season. And for the last time, let's go ahead and... what am I even saying? Let's go ahead and start off the grid here strong for the finale race in the 2025 R2R Winter Series. And how about this, Sebastian? I'll do even, you'll do odd. So starting at number 1, we have Mateo Mitchell. Came off his first win last week at Iowa Speedway, and alongside him is the championship favorite, looking to pick off that R2R Winter Series championship tonight with William Schmidt.
And number 3, the 31 of Michael Good, Atlanta's winner, the upset. Let's see if we can do something tonight, and hope everything goes well for him.
Yeah, and on his outside is also Derek Skladell. Oh, you know what? Let's I said even and odd. I meant to say one. So I do the first row, you do the second row, I do the third, fourth, and so on. So my bad. So fourth is Derek Skladell, looking for his first one on the season. He's been up there a few times, including a second place just last week. So let's see what he can do. And row number 3 is Caden Gulo, who has got 2 second-place finishes this year, and he has a lot of fans in the chat who's booing him tonight. We're going to see if that has any effect. And alongside him is Jamie McKinney, who is arguably the fastest driver to not be in the playoffs this season.
And row number 4, the 13 of Gavin Smith. We just talked to him, and he's more concerned about those cold tires. Let's see if he can finish those off. And Zeta Cortinas, the number 50. A little bit of an interesting season for him. Some ups and downs, but he hasn't really gotten anything good off of him so far. So let's see if we can cap it off tonight with the win.
Yeah, and y'all didn't see anything there. Row number 5, as they come, is going to be Elliot Condra, who has been kind of inactive this season. He's kind of been showing up here late. Yet to win, though, this season. Let's see what he can do. And same goes for Richard May, usually an admin, but he's deciding to hit the track here tonight at Phoenix. Let's see what he can do.
And row number 6, the R2R esports drivers, the 16 of Aiden Arevalo and the 61 of Wyatt Youngblood, both with wins this season. Let's see if they can cap off a strong season with a good start tonight.
Yeah, and of course, that's probably not the place they want to start fighting for the championship, but they can only do with what they can tonight. And rounding out your field tonight is Jackson Cottingham. Me and Perez will be in the booth, so Cottingham rounds out the field, making a 13-car field tonight. Not what we were hoping, but you know what? We'll take it. 13 drivers still here late in the season looking for a good result, including William Schmidt and 2 others who fight for that championship here tonight. Of course, William Schmidt up by 17 points coming into this race just by where he's starting. I can pretty much tell you right now he has this championship locked up. All he needs to do is just have a clean race, have a good time out there, and we should see him in the championship victory lane following tonight. But it was Mateo Mitchell who's starting on the pole, just came off of an Iowa victory. It would be pretty remarkable if he can cap it off with 2 wins back-to-back before the season ends. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. No more delays. Coming to the restart zone for the championship finale at Phoenix. Green flag underway under the lights. Mateo Mitchell and William Schmidt lead us to the green flag. 13 competitors ready to kick off tonight's action. And we're going to enter turn 1 for the first time. A very unique racetrack. You can use the apron. You can use all the way down to the wall. For now, though, they stay on the racetrack. It'll be 2 and 3 wide across the field, exiting turn number 2.
The downstretch. Still side by side for the lead, though. William Schmidt and Mateo Mitchell. 3 wide behind. Oh, and there goes Caden Gulo. He's going to save it. No head on it. Well, 3 cars around. 3 cars around, and the caution is out already. Caden Gulo. Massive hit.
Oh, man. Zeta Cortinas and also Jamie McKinney.
Jamie McKinney.
Yeah, we did not want to see that. He was running a new number tonight alongside a new sponsor, so we were not looking to see that. But looks like Gulo got the worst of it and could have started it there. Let's go back and see what happened. Definitely.
Yeah, looked like.
Yeah, didn't want to. You're all good. Didn't want to see a caution that early with the field size, but you know what? We saw it anyway. So let's see what happened here. So, you know, we're already 3 wide, and actually we're 3 wide with the 3 drivers who were involved: Caden Gulo, Zeta Cortinas, and Jamie McKinney. Let's see exactly what happened to these 3 drivers, though. They're already.
Yeah, I thought it looked like Caden got loose entering turn 3 there, and I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he just
it in there.
Man, he almost affected the championship driver of Aiden Arevalo, and I want to check out an onboard there from Elliot Condra. I don't know how he got through that one. The chat's already flaming Gulo for that wreck, but we're right on board with Elliot Condra here, specifically because I think he was able to get through it. Let's see what he saw throughout all of this. Yeah. So Ashton, it's kind of hard to be in the back here at the start. You're just hoping that nothing else happens ahead of you.
All right, 100%.
Entering turn 3.
Yeah, they're 3 wide in front of him. Let's see what happens here. Zayden gets loose. He comes. Oh my God! Wow, that was close.
Wow. Yeah, that was pretty close.
I don't know how he went through that. That was really close.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was probably a changing pants type situation for Elliot Condra, but he's all good. He's in P8 right now, and earlier. The chat's really funny tonight. Earlier, we were talking to him, and he said he wanted a good result tonight, and he still has a shot to do so. Looks like Caden Gulo is still in the race. He used a fast repair, and let's see if we can have a word with him. Let's see if we're 1 to green first of all. I don't want to cut it too short.
Yeah, we're 1 to green.
Yeah, so we're gonna avoid that for now. So No changes up at the front. It's still Mitchell, Schmidt, Good, and Skladell, your top 4. I don't know how this is possible, but I think Jackson Cottingham is up to 6. I'm not sure how he got up there so fast, but he's already up half the field. That's pretty bizarre from him as well. He's been one of the lower drivers this season, but, you know, one race could change your whole perspective on the season, and he's up to 6. We're going to see what he can do. Seems like whenever he's not lagging, he's always doing decent. So maybe tonight's that decent night that he gets. But here we go. Didn't take long for the first caution to wave, and just like that, we're going to kick him back off here. To the restart zone we go. Green flag. Back in the air from Phoenix. Mitchell and Schmidt will take us back. Lap 5 of 100 underway. Checking out the blip camera, entering the first 2 turns. So important here that you get a good start at a track like Phoenix. And right now, Mateo Mitchell pulls away off of turn 2.
Man, Schmidt did not look like he got a good start there. Jackson Cottingham was side by side with them entering turn 1 there, but Schmidt clears them, and here comes Jackson again down the inside of William Schmidt as he tries to battle with them for P2.
Yeah, and they actually switched numbers tonight, so this is actually Michael Good, and it's kind of hard to realize that without, you know, paying attention. But that is Michael Good. Jackson Cottingham is actually just getting wrecked in the back. Yeah, there he goes. And there's Wyatt Youngblood.
Oh, and Wyatt Youngblood. Oh.
We can't have good things, right?
A championship contender.
Yep, championship contender
gosh.
involved. Let's go back and see what happened. This is what I'm talking about, guys. We're going to be changing a lot. I like to be blunt when it's my league. We're going to be changing a lot here. But let's see what happened to Wyatt Youngblood. This is a lap before, I believe, so it'll be next lap when it happens. He was running up there with his teammate Aiden Arevalo, which both of them are in the Championship 3, but in a big points deficit.
I saw it on the edge of my screen, and from what it looked like, I think Wyatt may have came up on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
That it might have been what happened here.
Yeah, Wyatt's loose. He goes 3 wide here for a second, goes back 2. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretty bizarre incident there, but, you know, if a Championship 3 driver is going to hurt himself, it might as well be from his doing and not a regular season driver. So, you know. At least it wasn't Cottingham that caused it that time. But there's Cortinas, there's Youngblood. They both have no front nose. So, actually, Cottingham and Cortinas both have no front nose. So they're definitely going to take a fast repair. And at the front, it's still Mitchell and Schmidt, Skladell and Good, your front 2 rows. And yeah, Sebastian, early in this race, already some carnage, and there's only 13 cars, so honestly, that shouldn't be the case. But
yeah, this is an interesting race already. 2 cautions, and yeah, it's just pray. The hope the drivers are praying for a long run, but it just the short runs here are just they're going to be chaos.
Yeah, we were hoping that since we had a lower field, it wasn't going to, you know, cause a bunch of accidents. But listen, we're still early. We're still having plenty of racing action to go. Hopefully they can get the hang of it. But it sucks that we already have drivers that already use their fast repair. Always don't like seeing that.
Yeah, one championship contender down with a fast repair, so he has to be extra careful for the rest of the race because lap 8 and out of lap 100, and 0 users of that fast repair. So yeah, he needs to just nurse it around and just pray something happens to either Schmidt or his teammate Arevalo, and he might have it in the bag.
Yeah, well, the problem with Arevalo and Youngblood is even if they win this race tonight, and even if Schmidt finishes outside, let's say, the top 10, it's going to be very difficult for them to get the championship just because of how much points deficit they're behind the 79 following the last 2 races. The only way I could see one of them winning is if Schmidt finishes dead last, they win and get all the bonus points, which they already lost the pole position bonus points, so that's not a good start. So, you know, it's not impossible, but it's also not really possible, if that makes any sense. But they're still in the race. They're going to try their best to have a shot. You see Cortinas in the background with no front nose. Looks like he elected to either not take his fast repair or he's possibly out of fast repairs early, which would have sucked. But here we go. We're going to try it again. No changes up in the front of the field. The top 2 rows remain the same. Mitchell and Schmidt back to the restart zone for the 3rd time tonight. Green flag back in the air.
Green flag, green flag.
Once again, like we've seen early on tonight, a good smart start from Mateo Mitchell over William Schmidt. He'll lead the field entering turn number 1. Looks like Derek Skladell is going to try to make a move for P2 on the 79. And a battle for P2 already ensuing here on the restart.
Yeah, still side by side. Schmidt and Skadell. One car in the wall back there looked like Jamie McKinney. Still side by side here for P2 as Aiden Revelo is trying to get into the picture off of 4.
Yeah, Revelo up to 4th. He started back there outside the top 10, so pretty good starting spots here for the 16 as he tries to get as much spots back on Schmidt. You know, even if he can't win the championship, I'm sure he wants to at least beat Schmidt tonight to show that he still had something in the bag if the last 2 races went better for him. But for now, he remains in P5.
Revelo looked loose off of 2 there, and he's trying to get beside Derek Skiddo off of 4, and around goes Gavin Smith. Hard into the wall.
Yellow flag is out.
Yeah.
Looked like he got loosed off of 4.
Actually, I think McKinney came up. We've seen that twice already tonight. Phoenix is a pretty unique track. Both turns on the racetrack are different banks, so it's kind of hard to gauge, you know, when you have to brake and when you have to start turning more. And it looks like either McKinney or Smith came up into each other, and that's what caused our 3rd caution tonight.
Yeah, let's see what happened here.
Yeah. There's Smith and McKinney, both the drivers involved. McKinney already used a fast repair, so in my mind, if I'm McKinney, I just want to avoid any single incident that I can, but McKinney sends it on the inside lane, and yeah, she slides up.
Yeah.
She slides up.
Surprisingly, no damage for Gavin Smith though. His car looks fine.
Yeah, well, he got rear damage, but if there's gonna be any damage, you might as well have it on the rear where it's not affecting your torque, it's not affecting your aero, it's not affecting your engine speed. So his car is still okay, and he's gonna be back there in P13 for number 13 as he tries to fix that damage. Looks like McKinney did get some left front damage. It's pretty bent up.
Left front. Yeah, it looks like left front damage on McKinney there. Cortinas comes down pit road again, trying to fix his front bumper there. Gavin Smith coming just for safe, and as he comes down.
I don't know what the chat's saying. We got C10 Gaming saying some really random stuff. You know, here, I do want to thank one more time. We've been having a fun time this season, but I do want to thank our loyal fans, all of these fans in here. I hope you all can stay with us for the summer series because it's going to be a lot better. And you get to say you're an OG because we're going to hope to be on YouTube Shorts and Twitch as well. So the viewership should be skyrocketed by the time the summer comes around. This was kind of a test season, you know, really just testing the waters. We've never done this before. So the fact that we have loyal fans and loyal supporters definitely means a lot. And hopefully y'all can brag about your OG status when we have future races down the road. But we're going to come to one green this time by. Let's go ahead and have a word with somebody. Let's see if we can talk to Derek Skladell, which we can. Hey, Derek Skladell, it's Cartilage in the booth, along with Sebastian Perez. How's your night going?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, well, you have to win this season. You came off a second place run last week in Iowa, so is your goal tonight to pick up that first career win in the final start?
Yeah, totally. I mean, pretty good at Phoenix, so I'm really looking forward to that win.
Yeah, and who do you think are your biggest threats tonight? Obviously, Schmidt going for a championship, but Mitchell's led every single lap so far. You got a Revelo to your outside. Who you got?
I'm going to say probably Matteo Mitchell. I mean, he's a really consistent driver. He's pretty much, I think he's led like all of the laps so far, so I think he's going to be the biggest guy to beat.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you later. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Always like talking to non-playoff drivers who are continuing to race despite not making the playoffs this year. We always appreciate that. And once again, no changes to the front row. Revelo's now in the top 4, though. Watch out for that 16. I have a feeling he's going to try to pass that 79 ahead of him as soon as he can. He's trying anything he can to win this championship tonight. And to the restart zone. Yeah, absolutely. Restart zone in hand. Green flag back in the air. Matteo Mitchell, once again, a perfect restart. He takes us back to green, and just like last time, battle is on for P2, along with P4 with Michael Good and Aiden Arevalo. Turn 1 and Turn 2 now ensuing. Schmidt is now pulling away, and now he has a shot to get to the back bumper to 15.
Yeah, Schmidt got a good start there this time, and he's now on the back bumper of William Schmidt entering Turn 3. Side by side for P4, Aiden Arevalo and Michael Good as they come off of 4.
Yeah, Arevalo trying to fight with Good, stuck on the inside lane. Good gets that exit. Check out the battle for the lead, though. We could be seeing the first pass on tonight. Your championship favorite, William Schmidt, wants to start the domination streak. He battles with Mitchell entering turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, Michael Good and Aiden Revelo seeing a little bit of contact there. Mitchell still holding strong from William Schmidt. However, he's still reeling him in as they exit turn 4.
Yeah, we saw Good and Arevalo also battling there. Arevalo now back up to P4. He's now trying to run down Derek Skladel up there in P3. And while that's happening, Schmidt's still trying to find a way back to the back bumper. Mitchell could be seeing a crossover here to the 15, exiting turn 2, trying to find a move.
Oh, Arevalo loops off of 2. He saves it, thankfully. Still holds on to P4, though. William Schmidt and Mateo Mitchell still holding strong as he acts up for 4.
Yeah, Revelo stuck in 4th. It seems like he's been loose quite a bit tonight. We're going to see what he can continue to do. Update on your other playoff driver, which that is Wyatt Youngblood. He's already back up to the 7th spot. Watch out for the top speed graphics Oil Machine as he tries to continue to gain spots throughout the race.
As he acts off of turn 2, still holding on to Aaron May there. Aiden Arevalo and Michael Good still battling there. Arevalo clears him, and he continues to hold on to P4.
This time by is 20 out of 100, 1/5 of the race completed. Good trying to make a move on Arevalo, could not do it. Arevalo stays in P4 up in the front. It is still Mateo Mitchell, but Schmidt and Skladel not ready to go away just yet.
Mateo Mitchell continues to hold that gap between him and Schmidt as all the field single file still, as we have some good interesting racing here off of 4.
Yeah, finally seeing some green flag racing. Hopefully it does not mean it's time for a commentator curse, but for now we are remaining green flag action. Looks like Michael Good is really sending that dog leg there. He's going to get back to the inside of Revelo. He really does not want Revelo to have that spot.
Oh yeah, 100%. Still trying to get to him though, as Revelo still holds on the P4. But Michael's still struggling with him, and he sends it again. Sends it again. Oh, and nearly loses off 4, and he saves it somehow.
Yeah, Revelo hit the wall coming into turn 3, and that forced Good to make a move, and he tried to hit the back bumper for Revelo to force him out of the way. Instead, the complete opposite. He falls back all the way pretty much to last place. That puts Revelo comfortably in P4, and the battle ensues back in the rear of the field.
And he fell like a rock. That did not help Michael Good at all. That actually kept Aiden Revelo in P4 though still, as Mateo Mitchell continues to hold the gap between William Schmidt off of 4.
Yeah, we saw McKinney and Gavin Smith almost get into each other a second time there. Luckily, they held off just a little bit. For the time being, once again, single file action, except for the back of the field. McKinney once again to the inside of Gavin Smith. These two already had incidents earlier. Watch out for them. They may have some beef in between them two.
Michael Goods trying to pass Wyatt Youngblood here as he looks inside, side by side with him off of turn 3. Still even off of 4 to come to the line.
Yeah, Good's trying to get all those spots back that he just lost following the battle with Aiden Arevalo. He's going to try to do it comfortably and clean because, of course, he's fighting with a championship driver. But it looks like he'll make the pass for now as Youngblood falls back to P7 once again.
It's going to be close off of 2 here. So some contact there. Still side by side with Wyatt, and now Wyatt clears him. Looked like a little bit of contact there, but it looked fine. And as they come off of 4, Wyatt Youngblood continues to hold him off.
Yeah, I got a feeling they're going to keep battling, though. Good back to the inside, using the dog leg to his advantage. He's going to get back to the inside of the 61. Tries to set in the corner on Wyatt Youngblood. Doesn't work again. Youngblood with a good exit. Yeah, good exit from Youngblood.
More contact there with Michael, though. Wyatt's going to still know. They're still side by side. As Michael's going to... Oh, he's blinking.
Oh,
sorry.
blinking.
Yeah, he's blinking. But yeah, he continues to hold strong.
Yeah, we saw a blinking episode there. He's still blinking. We're going to kick off his camera for a bit. Mitchell's still leading, but the battle still ensues on back. There's a 4-car battle. If you count the blinking car, it's going to be pretty hard. Let's run on board with Gavin Smith. He's in the thick of it right now.
Yeah, and as he watches this battle in front of him, still says single file for this battle. If the X is off of 4, a little bit on Elliott there.
Yeah, back to the inside of Elliott. Condra looks like Youngblood takes a spot back from Michael Good, side by side with the 09. They're going to bump and bang a little bit. Condra up in the wall. They save it, though.
Battle for P2. Battle for P2. Derek Skadell is on William Schmidt, and Aiden Revelo is entering the picture now. Side by side with William Schmidt. Derek Skadell off of 4.
3-way battle for the lead as Mateo Mitchell pulls out to his second lead. It's looking strong to the 15 here early. Revelo, though, he needs every spot he can get. He's not going to win the championship with the 4th place. and especially if Schmidt finishes second. So if you're a Revelo, I mean, you want to win the championship, but there's so many, there's only so little opportunities you can get. And right now, you're just trying your best to hope everything goes your way as he passes Derek Skadel for third.
Clean run off 52. Clean run off 52 for Revelo. He cleared Skadel. Now he's set his sights on William Schmidt, the points leader.
Yeah, this could be the first battle between two championship drivers tonight. Despite them both having a gap on each other, they still want to fight for position. Revelo's going to have a big accident.
Oh,
He's going to get turned off with Derek Skadel.
Oh, my gosh.
They saved it. What a save.
Wow.
They're going to lose a lot of track position, but what a save. Here comes Aaron May out of nowhere to get second place, and why Youngblood also going to enter the picture. What a save.
Where did he come from? Where did Aaron May come from?
No idea, but because of that, look how tight-knit this pack now, third on back is. This is going to cause quite a bit of interesting battles here soon.
That actually helped Mateo Mitchell. Mateo at least now has a 2-second gap to William Schmidt, as there's a huge gap between Schmidt and Revelo now.
Oh, Good sends the corner on Youngblood. Good has been very aggressive tonight, trying to get every spot he can. At some point, they're not going to like it. Oh, my goodness. 3 wide entering the corner. Somehow Good found a way to not get through it. Skadel slides up the racetrack.
This is good racing. This is good racing here.
Pit stops.
Coming down pit road.
Green flag pit stops underway. Youngblood maybe saying, I don't want to be involved in any more wrecks. I'm going to pit early. Youngblood down pit road. I did set the fuel to 40% tonight, so we are going to start seeing green flag pit stops very shortly. And for now, one car comes down.
Yeah, but Wyatt says, no thank you. I'm just going to come down pit road just to be safe. William Schmidt, though, still holding that gap, and here he comes down pit road.
Here we go. William Schmidt down along with many others. Pretty much the entire mid-pack. Oh, Skadel comes in there like a rocket ship. I think he was able to get in there without speeding. Here we go, though. This is the main situation at hand. We're going to see if Schmidt can beat out Youngblood off pit road. That's going to really decide at least the second place spot, but Mitchell's so far out ahead right now. Let's see when he decides to pit, but right now he has a big advantage.
He's coming down. He's coming on pit road as we speak.
Yep, he's coming down. Let's see if everybody else decides to come down. Here comes Gavin Smith. And looks like he's going to stay out. Only car to stay out will be Gavin Smith. He'll retain the race lead, at least for now, until the cycles of the pit stops could get underway. A few cars also yet to come down. Cortinas still yet to come down, but he's not in the conversation. Youngblood, the first car we're going to have to conversate about to see where he comes out. Schmidt just now exiting pit road. Youngblood off of turn 4, coming to the start-finish line as Schmidt comes out. And I think Schmidt's going to have the advantage over the 61. Now the question is, where will Mateo Mitchell slide up into it?
He will slide up behind Derek Skadel here off of turn 2 here. William with a reasonable gap here. Down the back straight. I mean, Wyatt Lou saves it, thankfully. As they enter turn 3, he sets his sights on Derek Skadel now.
Here comes Mitchell out of pit road, and yeah, he's going to have a huge advantage. He's coming into turn 1 as Schmidt's just now coming into turn 1, so huge advantage for him. Check this out, though. Zayda Cortinas and Gavin Smith yet to pit. Smith looks like he's going to try to stretch his fuel tank out. Could have also pitted earlier in a caution, so if we go green, that could be a saving grace strategy for the 13. So he's going to lead for now, and Cortinas, with a lot of damage, he's going to stay in second until he decides to pit. That's going to put third place to Mateo Mitchell, fourth place to William Schmidt, and then the battle is on for fifth place on back as Arevalo holds off Skadel and Youngblood for the time being.
Zayden is praying for a caution right now with that front end damage. Schmidt still holding strong to the little three-way battle here for P5 as Arevalo, Skadel, and Youngblood are in a little pack off of entering turn 3 here.
Yeah, here comes Condra to the inside of May. He's going to slide up the racetrack. That's going to put May in a situation. Back up in the wall he goes, and we're going to see a caution. And that's going to put Gavin Smith and Cortinas in a really tight situation.
And it looked like Aaron didn't know he wasn't clear.
Yeah, let's go back and see what happened to Aaron May. Quick caution to come out there. Heavy damage for the 444 of Aaron May, and that's going to put us back under caution for the 4th time tonight. Let's see what happened there to Aaron May. He's fighting with Elliot Condra for position, and something just unfolds. You see McKinney in there as well. Last thing he needs is any more damage. He already used his fast repair. Here comes Condra to the inside of Aaron May. Condra's going to send the corner, and actually that was all Condra. Condra comes up the racetrack, and then Aaron May tries to save it, hits McKinney's quarter panel, and boom, up in the wall he goes.
Gavin Smith's coming down pit road to top off.
Yeah, no surprise there for Gavin Smith. He was the last car yet to pit. He's now going to come down. Looks like McKinney's also coming down, but alongside Cortinas, he's also coming down. Cortinas, I don't know what he's doing here. He's just sitting.
I believe he's waiting. Oh, yeah, I bet you he was waiting for Aaron May to pass.
Makes sense. Well, check this out. Because of the pit cycle, I think Smith, Cortinas, and McKinney are going to maintain the lead lap because I have everybody waving around the pace car. Look at this. So I think Gavin Smith is going to be on the pole on the restart. Let's talk to him. I want to see what he has to think about that one.
This is interesting.
Yeah, no, it is. Hey, Gavin Smith, well, I think you timed this pit stop perfectly. I think that everybody's having to do a wave around here. If you come out right around now, I'm pretty sure you're going to be on the first place spot. And I think there's only going to be a few cars that are not going to be a lap down.
That's amazing. That's exactly what I wanted. I was just hoping with that pit stop it would turn me right around. And I didn't realize that everybody was so short on fuel, so I just stayed out, praying for a caution. It turned out in my favor, so I'll take it.
Yeah, well, we'll see you later. But for now, you're going to be in a good spot here. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a really interesting strategy here.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Everybody's not going to be a lap down. They're just waiting to get their wave arounds back. So Revelo, Schmidt, Skladell, Youngblood, they're all going to get a wave around here when we hit 1 to green. They're going to have to race their way around the pace car. There they all go. It's going to be a little mock race for every single driver who was a lap down just because of where the pit stop came out.
Gavin's still in P2, so this strategy...
P1. Oh,
P1.
Yeah, P1.
Wow, yeah, this strategy came out perfect.
Yeah, so it's going to be Smith and Mitchell, your number 1, and then the rest of the field comes down. But what a perfect call from Gavin Smith. I mean, I call it kind of luck, too. The whole reason why he was the last to pit is because he had to pit during repairs. And now, he's going to be leading with Mitchell.
We're not going green.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have to delay green.
Yeah,
these guys are going to have to... Yeah, these guys are having to race around to get to the green flag. So we're going to go 1 to green next time by. And not enough time for the top speed commercial, but we're going a quick NASCAR scheme up commercial break. So 1 to green next time by. Stick with us. We'll be right back following this commercial break on the R2R Broadcast Network. Big thank you to NASCAR Scheme Hub, Top Speed Graphics, Mass Audio Post Productions for all their support. And for all the loyal fans in the chat, the OGs in the chat, let us know who your favorite driver is and who you're rooting for tonight. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on how the race is going so far. But now Gavin Smith's going to be the catbird seat. That's going to be interesting. And I believe everybody else is going to be single file because they had a wave around. This is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to have a whole choo-choo train coming back to the restart zone with only the front row being double file. That may hurt Mitchell.
This is like a 2000s race start from what it looks like.
Yeah, back to the restart zone we go. Gavin Smith, Mateo Mitchell, green flag, back in the air.
Green flag.
42 of 100, and Mateo Mitchell wasting no time. Crossover on Gavin Smith entering turn number 1. He wants that lead back and fast. Here comes Aiden Arevalo. First time we've seen him try to pass Schmidt here tonight. Exiting turn 2, they're side by side.
3 wide as they come up for 2. Oh, Schmidt just nearly gets into Gavin, though. Thankfully, no contact there as Gavin Smith holds on to P2.
Yeah, Gavin Smith holding on for his life in P2 as William Schmidt, Aiden Arevalo, and Derek Skladell are 3 wide behind him. This is not going to end well. Who's going to come out on top as, once again, Mateo Mitchell pulls away, but it's 3 wide on back. Skladell up the racetrack, Arevalo up the racetrack. Schmidt forced on the outside lane, exiting turn 2. We remain green.
Still 3 wide off of turn 2. Schmidt, Arevalo, and Derek Skladell. They're still 3 wide as they enter turn 3.
Arevalo up the racetrack. He's going to put Schmidt in the wall. I don't think Schmidt's going to take that lightly. 3 championship drivers under a blanket, including 2 side by side. Arevalo knows what he has to do. He's going to push Schmidt up the racetrack again, and they're still 3 wide exiting turn 2.
This is awesome racing, guys. 3 wide for at least the whole entire lap.
Oh!
Still 3 wide as they enter turn 3, and Arevalo slides up a little bit. Almost 4 wide now.
Youngblood tries to make it 4 wide here at Phoenix. He's going to go to the inside. Now we're going to be 4 wide for a second. Almost 5 wide entering turn number 1. As Claudel's going to try to get all of them.
Gavin got on the wall off before there. It looks like he's fine though now. They finally organized the 3 wide little switcheroo back there. As now Derek Scadell clears Schmidt and Arevalo.
Yeah, Gulo also having his own battle back there with McKinney and Cottingham. Oh my goodness, Aiden Arevalo and William Schmidt are bumping and banging. Youngblood enters the picture as well. The 3 championship drivers are 3 wide, and they're getting loose.
Oh, there goes Arevalo.
And they're going to go around.
Oh my gosh. I don't think Aiden Arevalo was happy with William Schmidt there.
Yeah, well, I mean, Arevalo was the guy in the middle. He was kind of forcing Schmidt up the racetrack. Schmidt couldn't do anything, and it just seems like to me that Aiden Arevalo was trying a bit too hard, and it caused him to finally go around. Let's go back and see what happened there to the 16. Pretty straightforward.
Aiden not happy in the voice chat.
Yeah, like not having the voice chat, but I think that's Arevalo's fault. I mean, Schmidt's, you can't really do much when you're on the outside lane. It just seems like Arevalo came up, but obviously tensions for the championship 3. I can see why he would be falsely upset, but now he's stuck back there. Luckily, it's not a big field tonight, but nonetheless, he's back there in last place now with some work to do.
Yeah, it looked like he kept on going straight there onto William, so I wouldn't understand as to why he's mad. And we got a wreck under caution.
Whoa, where?
Aiden, why Youngblood just turns into Michael Good?
Whoa, what just happened?
Why does not have a bumper no more? He's towing.
I don't think he has a fast repair either. What just happened to Wyatt Youngblood? He is out of the race.
He's gone. No, he's gone. Oh my god.
What in the world just happened? Checking the replay here.
It looked like Wyatt just turned on Michael there.
I think he was faking the pit stop. No.
Yeah, no, he was
Whoa.
And then
Whoa! Yeah. Oh no! Man!
What just happened? I'm so confused right now.
He was trying to warm up his tires, I guess. And wow. What a way to end the season.
And Wyatt is disconnected, so yeah, that's game over for him.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he was pretty much out of the championship fight already, 3rd in points, but I mean, what a way to end it for him. He was finally getting in the top 5 until that happened, but
really, that was really odd.
Very odd timing, but you know what, following that, you know what that calls for? It's time for a Top Speed Graphics commercial break. We'll see you in a second. Hey everybody, it's Zachariah, founder of R2R Stock Motorsport Club and R2R Motorsports. If you're like me, trying to get into racing, obviously you're going to find out at some point that the graphics you make are probably not going to look that good on the track. I mean, you can look at a few of these examples on the screen right now, but it's quite obvious that at some point you're going to want to have a company start making stuff for you. And that's where Top Speed Graphics comes into play. Top Speed Graphics specializes in any sort of racing design, from painting your race cars, to wrapping your race cars, to stickers, to t-shirts, even to ambulances. They wrap ambulances. Isn't that awesome? Top Speed Graphics is based out of Orchard Hill, Georgia. Now, a lot of people are probably going to just watch this video or commercial right now and say, wait, I don't even live in Georgia. This doesn't even matter to me. Why am I watching this? Well, if that is the case and you don't live in the middle of Georgia where nobody else lives, then you're in luck, because they can also promote to anywhere in the United States. All you have to do is send them the graphics or send them the product you want to be worked with, and they can send it right back to you. And they're also a Christian-based company, so they're very tight-knit, family-based, and they really love serving their community. Once again, thank you Top Speed Graphics for being the title sponsor of the R2R Winter Series. If you need anything from fleet branding to lettering to signage to vehicle, trailer, and truck work, apparel, or more, feel free to call them at 470-712-8052. You can also go to their website or contact them through email. If you have questions, you can also ask me and I can direct you to the correct link. And without further ado, let's get right back to the racing action. Welcome back to the R2R Broadcast Network. 1 to green here from Phoenix. Going back green this time by. Hey, chat, I need y'all to chill out a bit. I don't got an admin, but we don't need to be talking the way we are. But
Yeah, we got some interesting people here.
But speaking of the chat, though, guys, you don't want to miss a thing for the sim stock races. If you don't know what that is, in the spring and the fall, we run random combos. They can be as silly and as crazy as possible. So if you want to see your favorite drivers go flipping at a dirt track with Indy cars, just an example, show up in a few weeks. We're going to start that back up. Yeah.
Indy cars at Daytona.
All right, green flag back in the air. Mitchell with a good start. We've seen that the entire night. He has been putting on a show, and we're already 4 wide. That was not taking long.
4 wide.
Arevalo is not happy. He is bumping and banging Aaron May. Aaron May didn't do anything wrong, so that should not be a situation. Off turn 2.
Gavin got on the wall there in turn 1. Arevalo loose off the corner as they end turn 3. Now Arevalo and Schmidt side by side.
Yeah, Arevalo and Schmidt once again side by side. They were not happy with each other following last caution. Schmidt gets loose up the racetrack, almost net cones to 16, and Schmidt's going to fall back outside the top 5.
That was close off of turn 4 there, as he's now about to be passed by Richard May. Aiden Arevalo and Caden Gullo side by side for turn 2 for P4. Gavin Smith is now in P3 as Derek Skadell is chasing down his teammate for the lead. Yeah,
Arevalo, I guarantee you, wants to get past Gullo right here, right now. He's trying anything he can to win this championship. He's not going to let Gullo hold him up. Up to P4 goes Aiden Arevalo. Schmidt's already recovering. He's all ready to make a move to the inside lane. This is going to be a battle once again, but Gullo gets to the inside.
Whoa.
Entering turn 2. Gullo does not want to give up that spot either.
And here comes William Schmidt now for, well, it appears to be P5. He clears Gullo, and now the top 5 just still single fire as he exit off of 4.
1 car's around. Jackson Cottingham is slow in turn 1 and 2. We stay green for now. He's getting back rolling. Mitchell leads. How about Derek Scladell in second place? Fun fact, Iowa.
Sorry there.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of battles, but fun fact at Iowa, Mitchell finished first and Scladell finished second. Looks like that may happen again. Check out the battle for P3.
Yeah, sorry there about the interruption. Aiden Arevalo is really aggressively racing Gavin Smith as he got contact with him off on the backstretch there.
Yeah, Gavin Smith wants that spot back despite not fighting for a championship. He wants a career-best podium result, which he has not seen once tonight. He's not going to let Arevalo get this spot easy, but Arevalo gets a good exit. He'll maintain P3 as he falls back to P4 for Gavin Smith.
Gullo off loose for 3 there, saves it. And here comes William Schmidt again, too, who's inside there, battling for P5 as they exit off of 4.
Yep, here comes Schmidt, once again trying to get back to the 5th place spot. He is now there, now trying to get P4 from Gavin Smith. He sends the inside corner on the 13. Smith forced up in the middle lane. Will Schmidt have a good exit? No, he won't. Gavin Smith will have a good exit, though, from the outside lane. He maintains P4 as Schmidt's stuck on the outside lane. Or the inside lane.
Matero Mitchell holding a reasonable gap with Derek Skadell here. That guy's off of 4. Skadell trying to hold off his teammate, Aiden Arevalo, as William Schmidt 3 wide with Gavin Smith and Caden Gullo into turn 1.
3 wide. Gullo gets loose, though. It'll go back to a 2 wide battle. Never mind. Gullo's still there. Now he gets loose, hits the apron. That's going to put Schmidt back up in a spot. Schmidt now gets back P4 from Gavin Smith. Smith falls back to 5th. Here comes Condra now battling with Caden Gullo. But check this out. Don't want to miss much from this battle, but Mateo Mitchell approaching first lap car of the night. Jackson Cottingham. Let's see if it caused any issues.
Don't look far back now, but Aiden Arevalo is starting to approach Derek Skadell here on his bumper now as he exits turn 2. Derek Skadell still holding on to P2, but Aiden Arevalo not that far behind.
Yeah, Arevalo trying to get P2 from Skadell. Skadell and Mitchell are both his affiliation teammates, so I'm sure he's saying, get out of the way, get out of the way. But of course, they can hold their position as long as they want to, as long as they're not holding up a driver. So they'll try their best to get those spots back for now. It looks like 1 car on the wall deep in the field.
Mateo Mitchell looked like he got in wall off the 4 there. Looks like he's fine now. As Aiden Arevalo is really on Derek Skadell. He dives to the inside now for P2 entering turn 4.
Yep, P2 spot here, 40 laps to go this time by. It's not going to go pretty slow. It's going to go by pretty fast before we know it. It's going to be the end of the race, so Arevalo needs every spot he can, especially with Schmidt back there in P4. Still looking like he's the favorite to win the championship. Skadell may try a crossover here on the 16, but he stays behind, possibly realizing that Arevalo is trying to fight for something here. So he's going to try to push the 16 now as he tries to catch up to his teammate Mitchell.
So that's the exit off of 4 here. William Schmidt not that far behind from those two as they enter onto the front straightaway now. Not really in a battle as they enter turn 1 here, but as long as if William Schmidt can get to them, it'd be a 3-way battle for P2.
Yeah, well, speaking of 3-way battles, Gulo, Condra, and May also battling back there. 40 laps to go. If we go green the rest of the way, watch out for the possible situations at hand of green flag pit stops late in the race. That could change the whole factor of the race at hand. For now, though, we still have 38 laps until the end, and Mateo Mitchell could be sacrificing this lead soon to Aiden Arevalo as he's approaching the back bumper.
Yep, here comes the Aiden Arevalo. He's slowly but surely getting on Mateo Mitchell here as they exit off F2 here. Still holding a reasonable gap as they enter the backstretch here.
Hey, what's
on
going
the back
on, bros,
bumper
kid?
now.
What's going on, bros, kid? Good to see you. Arevalo slowly but surely approaching the back bumper of Mateo Mitchell. Sklenell and Schmidt are also not far in the rear view mirror as well. Gavin Smith also pulling away in 5th, so a lot of cars still have a shot here. P6, Condra, and Gulo, the only real battle on the racetrack. May trying to get involved as well, but up front, Arevalo trying to get that lead for the first time tonight, trying to salvage anything he can at this championship hope.
Slowly but surely also, William Schmidt is gaining on Derek Skadell here. Still on his bumper now as Mateo Mitchell is also trying to hold off his teammate Aiden Arevalo for the lead as they enter turn 1.
Yeah, and Mitchell's in a hard spot here because he wants to help out Arevalo to help him get this championship. At the same time, he has led 56 out of the 64 laps tonight. I'm sure he would love to go back-to-back here more than anything. So I got a feeling, despite them being teammates and one of them being in a better situation than the other, I don't think Mitchell's going to give up this spot easily, and I think Arevalo's going to have to work for it.
Yeah, one's got to give here. One's fighting for a championship, one's not. As there he goes.
Oh.
There goes Mateo. For the lead, he just gives it easily to Aiden Arevalo now.
I was not expecting that move from Mitchell. He just kind of gave up that lead. I was expecting at least a little bit of a battle, but Mitchell just slows off. Where's Sklenell? Oh, Sklenell down pit road. That's huge. We only went about 20 laps without or about 30 laps out of caution, and we have 35 laps to go. Depending on when these guys pit, someone may be able to make it to the end on the next cycle. It's going to be close. But now, for the first time tonight, Arevalo is leading. The only bad part about that is his title favorite championship rival is still in 3rd. He had 17 points of advantage coming into this race. If he finishes 3rd, he still easily wins that championship.
Yeah, but William Schmidt having a maintainable gap with the Mateo Mitchell here as they exit off of 4. And Arevalo with the lead now onto the dogleg. They go as the top 3 are pretty much the same gap as they enter turn 1.
Yeah, Youngblood out of the race now, it seems. He is officially out in P13, ending his hopes at a championship here tonight. Skledell and Cottingham 1 lap down. Skledell pitted, so Cottingham's the only real 1 lap down driver. Multiple cars in the wall. Those tires starting to wear off. Could start seeing those other pit stops come shortly.
Yeah, Mateo Mitchell got into the wall there, onto the back straightaway there. William Schmidt has still behind him with the maintainable gap as he continues to close in on him. Nearly got side by side off of 2, but still holding on to P2 there.
Yeah, and Mateo Mitchell is, in a sense, kind of acting as a buffer between him and Schmidt. Mitchell trying to help out his teammate as much as possible. I'm guaranteeing Mitchell's trying to give that dirty air to the 79 as long as possible. The longer Schmidt stays behind the 15, the longer and lesser time he has to catch Arevalo with 30 laps to go next time by. So possibly Mitchell helping out his teammate.
Here comes.
Yep.
Here he comes.
Mitchell's going to come down pit road. That's going to give Schmidt a golden opportunity to try to run down Arevalo as much as he can before they both come down pit road. This time by, it's 30 laps to go. This could be Mitchell's final pit stop. Will it count for the 15?
Yeah, it appears we're in the pit road now, so I would assume people are going to start coming down pit road for tires and fuel as we are now on lap 70, 31 laps to go here at Phoenix. The question is, when will Aiden Arevalo pit, and when will William Schmidt pit?
Yeah, it looks like the top 5 continue to stay out. No cars yet to pit, other than Mitchell, Skledell, and now Gulo and McKinney who come down. The question now is, like you said, Perez, when will Arevalo and when will Schmidt come down? That's not only going to decide where they both come out, but it's also going to decide possibly the victor of tonight's race, depending on where Mitchell comes out of this race as well.
Yeah, as they approach a lap car, Malcolm Good. Yeah, they need to execute perfectly, and they need to have a good pit stop, and they need to no penalties. No penalties are allowed. Like if you get a penalty, it's over. It's over.
I think Gulo's having some issues tonight. He's kind of going slow there in 12th. Could be the chat giving him some curses, but he's struggling back there in P12. Michael Good gets lapped for the first time here tonight. That puts him 1 lap down. Arevalo in the wall there.
Yeah, Arevalo got hard on the wall there. Still looks fine as Michael Good gives no hard time with Schmidt. As he's in the wall again, as Arevalo holds a gap between him and Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt's stuck in lap traffic right now. And speaking of the cars up front, the longer these guys stay out, the more time Mateo Mitchell's going to have on fresher tires. So be aware of that. But the only question now is, does Mitchell have enough fuel till the end? I have a feeling Arevalo and Schmidt, if they stay out a few more laps, they could be really close to making it to the end. I don't think Mitchell will have it. We'll see. Jackson Cottingham now comes down pit road along with Michael Good. That leaves 4 cars on the racing groove.
Yeah, Mateo Mitchell is now entering turn 3, I believe, as he now exits off of 4. Yeah, he's exiting off of 4 now, and Arevalo is exiting off of 2.
But he is a lap down, so remember that as well.
Yeah, so just the main question is, when are they going to pit, and will Mateo Mitchell be able to gain that lead back?
I'm surprised how long I've seen until these guys have pit here. I have a feeling, though, they're going to have enough fuel if they stay out a few more laps. That's probably what they're going for. One car is around, though. Gavin Smith. Oh, no! Oh, no!
Aiden was about to enter pit road. Aiden just radioed that he was about to enter pit road right as that happened.
Wow, that could have just saved Arevalo's race, because if he came down pit road, he would have just lost positions to Schmidt and others. Yeah, I love Gavin's reaction when he wrecks. He's not happy. I want to see what happened, though. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one bad thing about that, though. It happened under pit cycles again. I have a feeling that we could have some cars now stuck in a weird position.
We
but
might,
first, let's see.
We might have a single file restart here again.
Yeah, first let's see what happened here to Gavin Smith. Poor Gavin, man. He's been trying so hard to win this season. Yeah, he just got loose.
Yeah, he hits the yellow line there.
Yeah, I can see why he's
yellow
mad.
line there.
Man, poor Gavin Smith. You got to feel for the 13, man.
Come on, Gavin, do better.
He's got. Oh, I wouldn't say that, but he's got a new scheme this week. I like that new scheme. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Cars down pit road, and it seems like they're going to remain in their spots. Mitchell's going to be in a weird spot here. Mitchell is going to be stuck a lap down. He'll get his laps back on a wave around, but because of that, he's going to be stuck where he's at in 7th place most likely. So that's going to be hard for him to get that win back. But let's go ahead and see who comes out first here between Schmidt and Arevalo, possibly Condra as well. Here we go. Oh, Condra's going to come out first. I was not expecting that one.
Hello.
And it's going to be Arevalo that beats out Schmidt just barely. Wow. Wow. Can we talk to Condra? I want to see what his strategy call is here. If we can talk to him.
We have a new contender here.
Yeah, he is in availability to talk, so let's have a word with him. I'm going to bring him up here in a second. Here we go. Elliot Condra, it's Cartilage and Booth. Do you have a copy?
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Well, you've been absent most of the season, but you're here tonight in the finale looking for that first win. And now you're going to be on the pole with the 2 championship favorites behind you. What's the strategy here tonight? I know you want to win, but you got to do it in a way where it doesn't affect the guys behind you.
Yeah, I kind of just took 2 tires there because it seems like 4 hasn't really been working very well. Been stuck near the back the beginning of the race, so I've been just hoping that this could turn our luck around or something.
Yeah, did you take 2 tires, you said? I kind of zoned out, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I've taken 2 this stop and the last one, and so far it's worked pretty well.
All right, well, good luck. Hopefully we'll see a new guy to victory lane. That would be pretty cool. See ya.
Yep, see ya.
Yeah, one thing to mention, he has not been mentioned on the broadcast at all. So
yeah, well, he also has raced like twice this season, so
that's true.
Here we go.
But this could be a big upset if he somehow manages to hold on here.
Oh man, I think Gavin Smith's out of the race. Everybody, he's still in, so everybody's gonna be on the lead lap here. Only 1 car is gonna be out of the main pack, so everybody still has a shot here. Elliot Condra's gonna lead a field of 3 fast competitors right behind him. To the restart zone we go. It's crunch time from Phoenix in the finale. 22 laps to go at the line. We are underway once again. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh my gosh! You gotta be kidding me. 2 cars go around, including Elliott Condra and Jamie McKinney.
That is not the way Elliott Condra wanted to go.
Yeah, no, not at all. I want to see what happened there.
I think Aiden and Revla might have something to do with this.
And now Elliott Condra is crab walking. His race could be over because of that.
Oh.
And Arevalo may be getting a NOL here. Let's see.
Oh, that sucks. See, so they're even in the restart zone, and Arevalo gets a push.
Nope, you know what happened?
He comes down.
You know what happened? It's the infamous Phoenix dog leg. I think Arevalo thought that Condra was going on the dog leg, and he didn't want to, which you don't have to take the dog leg. And if you're on the outside, you got to be aware of that. And because of that, Arevalo is going to go from the first place spot, and he's going to get an EOL all the way to the rear of the field.
That is not what he wanted to do.
Yep. So he's going to go from the lead all the way to 12th place. But
yeah, Elliott had an interesting strategy there, but unfortunately, he got ruined.
Yeah, and you know, Arevalo may be upset about that call, but he caused the wreck, so the rule book is clear. If I see it, and I'll make sure you get the EOL if you cause it. So Arevalo's gonna have to go to the back of the field. That's gonna put Mitchell and Schmidt back on the front row, and Arevalo's now gonna have to work really hard to catch up to Schmidt. But you know, when you think about it and look at the point standings here tonight, Schmidt already was leading by a healthy margin. I don't think anything could have lost him the championship tonight, so I'm sure Arevalo wants to beat Schmidt, but at the end of the day, I don't think it really matters. I think the 79 either way is going to come home with this ring, so Arevalo's going to have to work from back in the field. We're going to see what he can do, but now he's going to be back there in P12 all the way from a first place spot.
We appear to be having some beef in the stream chat, guys. Let's try and calm down here.
Wait, what happened? I'm reading it now. Wait, hold on. You live in the Suburbans?
Yeah, let's try to calm down, guys. Let's try to keep it family friendly here.
Bro, Phoenix isn't. Hold up, Wyatt, bro. Phoenix is an awesome track. You can't be dogging on Phoenix, man. I love Phoenix. Phoenix is one of my favorite tracks, man.
No, okay, you can't admit that Homestead is at least one of the favorite championship
yeah, tracks. But Homestead's just your average mile and a half, man. I mean, it's nothing to be, you know, nothing.
The Highline prevails.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, Phoenix is unique. You know, Phoenix is unique.
If I were to choose the 2 tracks, it had to be Homestead. I'm sorry.
All right, well, listen, man. Hey, luckily I'm the owner, so I get to choose. But you know. All right. Well, it didn't take long for that wreck to happen. I'm not going to interview anybody else tonight because I think we cursed Condra, unfortunately. He's still in the race, though, with the fast repair taken, so we'll see what he can do. Back to the restart zone we go, though. Green flag back in the air with Mitchell and Schmidt, your front row.
Green, green, green.
Just 18 laps to go now, and just like we've seen every single time Mitchell's been the control car, a dominating restart, and the battle is on for P2. How about Zayden Cortinas? He's in the mix now. I think he was waiting to use his fast repair, and now he decided to use it.
As they exit off of 2 here, really Schmidt and a run.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! Cortinas almost just ruined Schmidt. Luckily, Schmidt saved it, and now Cortinas going to get swallowed up.
Still green here.
Oh my goodness, Cortinas is really aggressively racing Kane Angulo now. To the inside he goes. Remember, R2R Esports do not usually typically like the R2R rejects, and that's going to be a battle for quite a bit of time here. Cortinas falls back to 4th, and now it's 3 wide in the back of the field.
Yeah, as they enter turn 3 here, Aaron May sends it. He stays off of Zayden there. Caden Gulo up to P3. Haven't talked about him all night.
Yeah, Caden Gulo was 2 laps down just a few cautions ago, and he got all the laps back. Now he's in a shot to win this race. Watch out for him. He's yet to win this season. I'm sure he'd love to do it at a track that he said, quote, I hate before the race started.
Aiden Arevalo slowly but surely coming back, battling with Aaron May there for P5 as they exit off of 4, still side by side with Aaron May as they continue to battle. Top 3 are still in a reasonable gap.
15 laps to go. Mateo Mitchell leading by 5/10 over William Schmidt. Cortinas is back. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. I think Cortinas just tried to wreck Caden Gulo.
That is not going to end well.
And that's not fair. We're throwing a caution for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Zayden, that was a little bit controversial what you did there.
I want to see what happened there.
Yeah.
You know, if you're Cortinas, I mean, you're the only R2R esports driver yet to win this. Yeah, next
we appear. Yeah, we appear to be having some beef on the track. Caden is not happy at all.
Did Caden just wreck Zayden Cortinas?
No, he's. Yeah, Caden is extremely unhappy.
All right, well, we'll see that in a second. For now, let's go ahead and see. You know, this reminds me of the truck championship here a few years back. But let's see. I mean, Cortinas just sends it, man.
pretty much what Carson Hosevart did to Corey Heim.
Yep, and then let's go up a few seconds here because apparently Caden Gulo did retaliation, which we said that was the one thing we cannot do.
Yeah, no contact was made, but he was looking for him.
Oh, no contact was made.
No contact was made, but he was showing his displeasure for sure.
And listen, I don't want to cause any controversy on the stream, but if you're Zayden Cortinas, you're the only R2R driver not to win this season. You were out in the round of 12, the only driver to do that. Your part-time driver has more wins than you, and you've already had your fair share of controversy and suspensions in the playoffs, and now you do that. I feel like that's the last thing you want to do if you want to stay on the best team in the series. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Zayden, like right after that happened.
And he's in third, so we're going to give him an EOL. He's not staying in third, so.
Yeah, I'd say it, but Zayden did say over the radio saying no harm, no foul there, so it appears that some intention was made there.
Yeah, and hopefully Caden Gulo can just hold his tempers because, you know, retaliation's just as bad as the wreck itself, and I already mentioned before this race started, a lot of these guys will not be racing in the summer series, so the last thing Caden Gulo wants to do is end his chances at racing in the summertime.
Yeah, Caden, listen, Caden, he's good, but here's the problem. His temper is sometimes short-fused, and he unfortunately lets his rage out on the people that he thinks ruins everything for him. So, in my opinion, he just needs to calm down and just do his thing, and he can probably get back up there.
Yeah, and pace car's going to be back down here. We're going to go once again back to green flag action, but we have a few drivers still trying to make their way back around, but I believe they will make it back in time. So we are not delaying this green flag race. We are going back green this time by with Mitchell, Schmidt, Arevalo, and Skladel, your first two rows. Schmidt inching away every single lap, closer to that championship. Let's see if he can actually win the race, though. Mitchell's been the favorite all night, trying to go back-to-back here late in the season. Restart zone back in hand. Green flag back in the air. We only have 11 laps remaining. Who's going to get it done? Mateo Mitchell once again. Yep, 3 wide already. Mitchell with a good restart. Schmidt and Arevalo once again battling for P2, and the battle is on for P4 between Skladel and Gavin Smith on back.
And side by side for P2 now as Schmidt and Arevalo battle. Another battle.
Oh no!
As McKinney and Kisk battle, Arevalo loose saves it, thankfully.
Yup, and coming this time by 10 laps to go in the season finale. The two championship drivers! Oh my goodness, what a save from Arevalo! Same cannot be said for Gavin Smith and Derek Skladel. Man.
That was close between Aiden Arevalo and Derek Skladel there.
I couldn't really tell what happened there. We got to go back for that one. Can't catch a break. Let's check this one out. It was pretty bizarre. Arevalo did a pretty good job saving it. I mean, Arevalo just straight up door banged Schmidt. That wasn't even Schmidt's fault.
Yeah, he hit Schmidt on the backstretch there, and then he stays side by side with him. But the question is, what happens to Skladel?
Oh, yeah, Skladel comes down. What a save from Aiden Arevalo. I mean, that's a classy save.
And then he comes down on Gavin Smith.
I want to see Arevalo's onboard. How he saved that, I don't know. It looked like a racing incident to me. It doesn't look like anything that was malicious. Yeah. But let's check this out.
Yeah, we're starting a lap here.
wow.
And
Yeah, that was close.
yeah. We appear to have some pitters like half the field coming down pit road.
Wow, half the field is coming down pit road. Looks like everybody in the rear of the field deciding they want fresh tires. This could mean the
Not so
world.
good.
It's pretty
Yeah, not
much,
so good leading them.
honestly, it's pretty much just the rejects and Cottingham Racing coming down here, along with Derek Scladell fixing his damage and Gavin Smith. So this is interesting. Could see some late race favorites be ruined by an underdog coming down pit road here. But the bad news for them is, checking out the race recap, we are just continuing to bring down laps. We're going to restart here next time by with just about 6 laps to go, so it's going to be hard. But the top 3 drivers all night, once again, in the first 3 rows. Zeddy Cortinas back up in 4th. Still looking for that first win as well this season. Go ahead, everybody in the chat. It's the season finale. Who you got winning this race? Nothing but a name. Who do you think's going to win? You got Mitchell, you got Schmidt, Arevalo, Cortinas, Aaron May in the top 5, Gavin Smith back in the mix. How about Jackson Cottingham in 6th? That's the best he's been all season. Who y'all got?
Got a lot of Caden fans in the chat here.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And some Arevalo haters, unfortunately.
execute Arevalo for everything he's done, says C10 Gaming.
What'd he do? What did Aiden Arevalo do? He's innocent.
How about this? Should we publicly execute Aiden Arevalo on the front stretch? How about this? While William Schmidt is doing the championship burnout, we'll execute Arevalo on the spot while he's burning down. How about that? How about that? And just for the fun of it, we'll bring out Y Youngblood too. We'll bring out Y Youngblood and Aiden Arevalo while William Smith's doing the burnouts. We're just gonna. As yeah.
Smith celebrates, we're executing what appears to be one driver.
Yep. All right. Who's ready to finish this season? I know I am. I'm tired. I'm my first ever NASCAR test is tomorrow, so I'm ready for tomorrow to just show up by now. But here we go. Mitchell and Schmidt, Arevalo and Cortinas should run 2 rows. Here we go. Back to the restart zone we go. It's going to be a 6-lap shootout. What a start from Arevalo and Mitchell. Back green flag we go, and Arevalo up to P2.
He's walking Schmidt as the enter turn 1 there.
Arevalo wants his win. Schmidt bumps Arevalo out of the way. That's going to put Schmidt all the way up in the top lane. Struggling with an R2R esports driver in the middle as well.
Contact. Yeah, there was contact there with Schmidt and Cortinas.
Oh my
Still
goodness.
3 wide.
Oh no, Cortinas.
4 wide. They're 4 wide.
Aaron May bumping up with Schmidt as well. Once again, 4 wide. Gavin Smith and Michael Good entering the picture. 5 laps to go.
William is not happy. William is not happy over the radio.
Well, the good thing is he's still locked into this championship as he passes 3rd for Aaron May. The battle is up in the front, though, between the 2 R2R esports drivers of Aiden Arevalo and Mateo Mitchell. Will Mitchell give up the spot to Arevalo, or will Mitchell try to go home? Back-to-back wins to end the season. What a high note that would be for the 15 if he can get it done. 4 laps to go.
A little bit of a decision needs to be made here. Does Mateo want to help, or does he want to go for 2 in a row here? As Aiden Arevalo still ahead of William Schmidt here. Actually, down the back straightaway they go.
Yeah, not to throw out the commentator curse, but I got a feeling we may see a caution. It may happen back here. Cortinas and Gulo once again are trying to wreck each other.
Don't look now. Don't look now. But these two still have the beef from earlier.
Oh no, we have a huge wreck.
Correct.
Oh no. Oh my.
Derek Scadell and looks like Jamie McKinney.
We're going to green white checkered racing at Phoenix. What did I say, guys? Oh my goodness. We'll see what happened.
Derek.
Whoa, what in the world happened here? I think Derek slid up into McKinney.
Yeah, looked like to me that he slid up into McKinney and that took both of them out. Let's see here. So he gets to the inside and
clear as day.
Comes up.
Clear as day. Oh, poor Gavin Smith, man.
Oh my
Always
God.
involved with something.
Gavin's been involved in like half the caution side. I hate to say. Some bad luck is hovering around him, unfortunately.
Well, in classic, just like in the NASCAR Truck Series at Phoenix in the finales. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, I thought we were about to see some pit stops here from Schmidt. Well, like I was saying, only 4 cars stay out though. So,
the rest of the field comes in though. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's going to be interesting. How about Jackson Cottingham, by the way, in 4th?
I haven't talked to him much tonight.
Yeah, doing a good job. Man, I don't want to curse anything, man, but I got a small feeling we're about to see a demo derby.
Yeah, Shades of 2023.
We got 2 guys fighting for a championship up front. We got a guy going for back-to-back wins. We got Jackson Cottingham. It's a recipe for something, man. That's all I'm going to say. But I can now make a word. Congratulations, William Schmidt. As of now, as the calculations have come up, he is officially your R2R Winter Series champion. There is no way anybody else can get the points back now. So he's going to come around at least 2 more times, but put up some congrats in the chat for your 6-time winner on the season. I believe actually 7-time winner, 6 or 7-time winner, William Schmidt. And he's about to see himself $75 in a custom 124 scale diecast of his ARCA Winter Series scheme. And of course, bragging rights to the first ever championship in the R2R SimStop Motorsport Club. But we have a race to finish. And I'm sure Revelo, despite being out of contention to win the championship, I am sure he still wants to win this race. So he's going to fight with his teammate as Schmidt fights on back. Jackson Cottingham's going to try to get his first career podium. And the rest is going to be chaos on back, I guarantee you. 1 to green. This is what we're going to do, Sebastian. I'll let you do the whole 2 to green lap, and I'll do the final white flag lap. How about that?
Alrighty, yeah, we have been given word that there will be no cautions for actual. Oh, no, I'm going to take that back. They are revoking that. They were originally going to be no cautions, but due to us having a limited green-white checkers, we will still have cautions. So.
Yep. Well, Perez, you've been pretty good on your first broadcast. Take it away. I'll see you on the white flag.
Alrighty. As we go double file here, as we enter the restart zone, Mateo Mitchell and Raiden Revelo, the two dominant cars of all day, as they enter the restart zone, and we are back green. Not a good start from Raiden Revelo. Schmidt on the bumper of Mateo Mitchell now as they enter turn 1. Aiden Revelo still trying to get that spot back, and around Jackson Cottingham, hard into the wall. Multiple cars involved. Big wreck. Man. We appear to be staying green. Never mind. We are now cautioned. We're cautioning.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised about that one.
Okay. Caden Gulo.
What happened to Caden Gulo? What happened to Caden Gulo?
Caden.
What happened?
Caden, of course, just turned with Zayden Cortinas under yellow.
No way. No way. Are you kidding me?
Unfortunately, I believe that would have to be a penalty here.
Yep.
Yeah, that was uncalled for.
And I think it's safe to say that both of those drivers' nights are over. I've seen too much from them. I mean, Cortinas didn't do anything that time by, so you know we can only really. We're gonna give Caden Gulo.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, we're gonna give Caden Gulo a 1-lap black flag hold, which AKA just means he's gonna be held for the rest of the race.
Yeah, Michael Good is not happy at Caden Gulo also.
Not happy with Caden Gulo. Oh no! Oh no! We just had another guy intent wreck somebody. Jackson Cottingham, I think, just tried to intent wreck Zayden Cortinas now. Check this out.
Yeah, this needs to stop a little bit.
Oh yeah, no.
We've been having good racing all night, but then we unfortunately turned to the wreckfest.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and disqualify both of them.
Yeah, it's just.
You know, we hate to do it. We really do.
It needs to happen. Unfortunately, needs to happen.
We hate to see it. You know, at the end of the season, these guys just really need to keep their heads in line. They just need to figure out, you know, how to get to the end of the season and just focus on the races to come. And the last thing they needed to do was try to intent wreck somebody under caution.
Yeah, so we now remain with what appears to be 9 cars as Michael Good and Gavin Smith are still down pit road.
Yeah, but you know what? If there's one good thing that's coming out of this season, is the most dominant driver is going to come home with the championship, and I think that's all that matters at this point.
Absolutely. Now, see, I wasn't doubted at least. My pick, William Schmidt was my pick from the beginning of the season. Like, I mean, he was dominant the whole season, so yeah, he absolutely deserved it. So, congrats to William Schmidt.
Yeah, and I also want to mention, for the drivers who were kicked, do not go in my YouTube chat and cause any more drama. That's for the Discord server, thank you. That'll just cause you more of a hole you're already in. Well, it's time to figure out who's going to go home with this win, and most importantly, get Schmidt this championship he deserves. We are finishing the season with 7 cars on the racetrack. Hate to see it.
Yeah. All right, as they enter the restart zone, William Schmidt and Mateo Mitchell battling for the win here. Green flag is back in the air. Mateo with another good start again, edging away from his teammate Aiden Revelo as he cuts off William Schmidt. William Schmidt down the inside, 2 and 3 wide for P2 as McKinney lose.
Oh my
he
goodness!
Did the in the wall.
Like,
and
Yellow flag is out.
the caution.
can't even make it with 7 cars, guys. Can't even make it with 7 cars.
Oh boy! Oh
Listen,
boy!
If I'm going to leave anything on a note this season, it's going to be that this was a test season for all purposes. And when I say that, I mean tonight is a perfect example of we are going to be kicking over half of the field. And they are not racing in the Summer Series. I don't care. They can race in the SimStop Motorsport Club all they want. But I'm not letting them race in my sponsored sanctioned series. That's all I'm going to say, man. You know, it's unacceptable. It gets to a point. And here's the thing. These drivers have raced the entire season. They've raced in fields with 35 cars. They've raced in fields with 20 cars. There should be no problem racing with 7 cars. And if we're wrecking with 7 cars, that's a problem in itself. So,
I hate to be with the chat here, but they are really upset, and I'd say I'm a little bit upset too, due to the fact they were just wrecked with 7 cars.
yeah, I mean, the chat has full purpose to be upset. But listen, it doesn't matter who's in the back getting disqualified and wrecking out. You know, at least we have the drivers who've been dominant all season, showing why they're going to stay in the league. And I'm talking about Aiden Revelo, William Schmidt, Mateo Mitchell. Those 3 guys you're definitely going to see in the Summer Series, and I got a feeling they're going to be 3 guys to beat. But now we're down to 6 cars on the racetrack. That just shows you how bad the last 10 laps have been. And it's funny because most of the race was fine. Just at the end of this thing.
No, I can agree to that.
It all unfolded once we started intent wrecking each other. That's all I'm going to say.
I put blame on Kenny Guller for this.
Can I do pace laps 1? No, I can't.
They're on the back straightaway.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
But yeah, we're speaking about the top 3 drivers in general. Those 3 have not really been involved in any incidents all this season, and so yeah, I'd pretty much agree to the fact that these 3 should be allowed to race in the Summer Series.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but the rest of the field is a whole nother question in hand. So, a lot needs to be discussed as we go on to next season.
This looks like a Toyota exhibition race right now. We got Toyota.
Yeah.
Toyota.
Here's the thing, though.
Toyota top 5.
I get P7.
So it actually might say top
Whoa.
5 because we don't have anyone else behind
Oh,
them.
snap. Oh, snap.
I'll take that back. We got okay. Never mind. We got Chevy coming. Gavin Smith is surprisingly still alive.
Yeah, Gavin Smith, I forgot he was on the onboard camera, so he was talking for a second on there. But here we go. We'll kick you off again for 2 laps to go, and I'll see you back in the white flag, Perez.
And pray they make it back to the white is all I ask.
Yep.
All right, in all top 5, Toyota with 1 Chevy that is not approaching them. Mateo Mitchell, Aiden Revelo, William Schmidt, Aaron May, Derek Skidell, almost a guaranteed top 5 for them. As we come into the restart zone, Mateo Mitchell leading as we enter the green flag. Another good start for Mateo here. 3 wide for P2 here as they almost touch entering turn 1. Still side by side as they enter turn 2. Aiden Arevalo and William Schmidt as Mateo Mitchell continues to go away from them. Down the backstretch they go. Mateo Mitchell still holding the reasonable lead over Aiden Arevalo as they come to the white flag. Aaron May trying to enter for P3.
White flag in the air from the R2R Winter Series Championship finale at Phoenix. William Schmidt has already won the championship. Arevalo trying to hold him off one final time to beat him in a position. To the inside goes William Schmidt. They're going to be side by side to the end. Arevalo's going to have a good exit though. But it's going to be the back-to-back boy late in the season. Say hello to a two-time winner of the year. Mateo Mitchell is going to win from Phoenix, and William Schmidt is your R2R Winter Series champion.
Oh, back-to-back, baby. Let's go.
What's up, Mitchell?
That was awesome. How's it going, guys?
Wow, you've been dominating the whole race, man, and I'd say congrats. So just tell us what exactly made you the dominant car here.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, Schmidt has had a really good car all season. I had a feeling he was going to be good tonight, especially with how close we were in practice. But once I knew I was able to get in front of him for most of the restarts, it was just lights out from there.
Yeah, well, you guys burn it down. Unfortunately, it's not going to be entirely bittersweet as William Schmidt burns it down. He is your 2025 R2R Winter Series champion, and he tops off the season with 7 wins in 17 starts and proved why he was the one to beat this entire year. Congratulations to William Schmidt. And, of course, congratulations to you, Mateo Mitchell, and you're going to do one more victory lap with the Arevalo before burning it down with the 79. How does it feel going 17 races without a win, and then, at the end of it all, you come home with 2 to end the season? It gives you a lot of big improvements coming into the SimStop Motorsport Club in the spring and the summer series in the fall.
No, it feels really good. I mean, with how this season started, I didn't think I'd ever get a win. And looking at the schedule, seeing that Iowa and Phoenix were the last 2 races, I knew I was able to hopefully get one last push going into those 2 races. Those have statistically been 2 of my best tracks on this platform. And I made it work, and I proved why you do not count me out.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Mateo Mitchell. Obviously, this is probably the worst win to get because all the attention is, of course, on William Schmidt. But enjoy this one. Hopefully, this is more to come in the future.
I will enjoy it. Thank you, guys.
William Schmidt, your champion. I was hoping he was going to stay on the barrier there. We got to talk to him here in a second.
I was wanting to get a picture of him there.
Yeah, well, he'll come back.
Oh, I'm running out of gas.
Well, we're going to get over with William Schmidt, your champion, here in just a second. Hopefully he goes back to the Victory Lane chambers. We were hoping he was going to stay there, but if not, we can always just replay back in time where he was there, and then we can keep it right there. How about that? There we go. William Schmidt, your champion, and we're going to get a word with him now before we head off for the Winter Series tonight. Congratulations, Mateo Mitchell, on a very positive end of the year. Well, William Schmidt, that race was probably the worst race for everybody else, but for you, you top it off with a championship in the R2R Winter Series, finishing off with 7 wins, many top 5s, and pretty much domination across the board. How does it feel?
It feels good. I'm happy I just survived that race. It felt like I was trying to get wrecked by half the damn field, but yeah, I mean, that was a rough one. I mean, I wish I could have gone up there and contended a little longer with Mateo, but I mean, I don't know. I guess people just really wanted to spin me out or something, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I got good news. We were calling this season the testing season, so now that we have the testing done, we are going to know exactly who's not going to race in the summer series and what's going to have to change. So I can tell you right now, you will stay, and hopefully a lot of other drivers who are on similar skill levels as you can possibly challenge you a bit more next season as well. But I mean, you completely dominated the season. It wasn't even close. I mean, Arevalo was there in some places. I think Mitchell could have been there at the end. Same goes for McKinney. I feel like McKinney, if he maybe started earlier on in the season, he could have been a conversation. But overall, I mean, you pretty much dominated this season, and you're going to go home with $75 and a custom 124 diecast. I'm sure that's always awesome for you. And Yeah, man. I mean, what's your plans now in the future in the R2R Sim Stock Motorsport Club?
I mean, summer series is up next, right? So
Yeah,
we
well,
got
over the spring we'll have our
couple
fun
months.
races, but yeah, in
right.
the summer we'll have the summer series, of course. So that's the next big thing.
Yeah, that's a couple months away, so obviously I don't have any, plans set in stone. Like at minimum, I might just pick and choose what races I want to show up to because it's gonna be the trucks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might show up in like a Norm Benning truck or something like that. just
This
ride
guy knows
around, have fun.
ball. And I want to add on one more thing, William. Man, you've been dominant the whole entire season, and you've been pretty much up like the front the whole entire time. So I want to ask you, in what way have you managed to master these cars? Like what, and for the chat, like what tips would you give them?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with these cars, iRacing, I mean, I've been waiting a long time for these cars, so when it came to iRacing, I was really excited, and then I drove them, I was like, oh wow, they're really tight. Like, unrealistically tight. So, I'd say probably the first thing you want to do, right, at specific tracks, crank that brake bias all the way down. All the way down. This isn't one of those tracks, though. I didn't do that here because the rear end was already kind of sliding out a bit. But, yeah, I mean, I'm talking like 1.5 miles, bigger end tracks, crank that brake bias all the way down. Second thing, steering ratio. I felt like an idiot going into this race when I realized I did not change my steering ratio. I was still on 10-1. I should have put it at like 12 or 14-1, but yeah, I mean, with how tight these cars are, you gotta really crank up the steering ratio to around 14-1, I would say is the sweet spot. And I didn't do that this race. I was kind of slow in the long runs because of it, but I'd say those are the two biggest tips that I can give with this car.
Yeah, well, I gotta ask you one more question before we call it a night. What do you plan on using the money for? I know it's not a lot, but it's also not a little.
Well, I think you asked me this last time.
Oh, that's right.
Changed.
That's right.
Things have changed, though. I am going to use some of this for entry fee money for the NR event that's going on, and I think at the end of the month, as well as the FTF 500. I'm going to attempt that.
Sweet. Well, congratulations on all your iRacing accomplishments. I'm sure this was probably not the hardest season you could imagine for a championship season, but either way, you're still a champion no matter what. So congratulations on a season well done. I'm sure a lot of highlights you can go back to this season and enjoy all of the moments. And you're a champion. Nobody else can say that in the R2R Sim Stock Motorsport Club except for you. So hope you enjoy it, and we'll leave it to you to end off the night. Anybody want to shout out back at home?
Yeah, of course. First and foremost, I want to thank you for putting on the league. You know, it was rough at times, but when it was good, it was really good. I want to, of course, thank my team, SKS Motorsports. It was just me out here. That was it. Me versus everybody. It felt like it was a 1v4 for those last couple races against your team. But
Yeah.
What was that? What was that
Yeah.
one? What was that one
I
little
sincerely
sentence?
apologize. I do not. What's the word? What? It was like a meme. I don't know, but I do not. I'm not them. So what they do is not. It's not team orders.
Yes, that.
And
yes,
and
that,
I'm
that,
telling you right.
that.
I'm telling you right now. They're not gonna be in a good spot. That's all I'm gonna say. Man. Especially Mr.
Yeah,
Zayden
they're-
Cortinas. He's one of them. He's
oh my goodness,
Oh no.
I nearly got wrecked twice by that guy
yeah.
in just this race.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless though, it was fun when the racing was really good. Like I really enjoyed the road courses when we got those long green runs, and yeah, I mean the Vegas was honestly really fun. I'm not a big fan of those 1.5 mile tracks because of how drafty they are, but it was a lot of fun. I think it was like the only time all season I ran a different paint scheme too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And well, Darlington too. You ran the Greg Biffle throwback. That was pretty cool as well.
And Darlington, yeah.
That Darlington
the
was
Biffle
probably
throwback
my
was
favorite
pretty
race
cool.
all season. That race was pretty cool. But, anyways, Schmidt.
That was
Well,
probably my worst race all season.
yeah, that's true. But listen, we
Yeah,
appreciate
sick.
you coming out and schooling these kids. Hopefully, they learned a bit from you, and hopefully, they can get better over the off season. I'm sure they need it, every single one of them. And always glad to have people that are a little bit higher on a different level come in and show up and show out. And selfishly, hopefully you go to a part-time basis because you were just dominant that season. I don't know if anybody's gonna have anything for you even in the summer series. But listen, if you come back, we'll bring you in with full open arms. You were probably the best driver all season, so there's no reason why to get rid of you. But yeah, man, congrats on your championship, and obviously we'll get all the stuff to you, and hope you have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, see you around. Well, Sebastian, that is a season well done, and no fancy music, no fancy anything. We're just going to have a quick chat before we head off. Season's over. Now it's time to have some fun over the spring with the R2R SimStop Motorsport Club, having the crazy combos come back into action, and then the summer series comes up. What are you excited for coming up?
Most definitely the summer series, because the trucks I'd say will be a lot more fun. But yeah, just the sim stock, the weird combinations will be really interesting, if I say so myself. If we get the really weird combinations, like, let's say like the Indy cars and the dirt, like you said before, that'd be really fun. But yeah, all in all, yeah, the summer series will hopefully be fun, a lot more fun. So yeah, pretty much go on from here on out.
All right, well, one more time, everybody in the booth, we appreciate for a very up and down but really fun season, and all the fans back at home, we appreciate you. We'll see you in a few weeks for more of the SimStock action, and of course, we'll see you every Wednesday and Sunday evening, and some Saturday nights, including this Saturday night for UIS, but obviously Wednesday for Full Send Cup Series, and Sunday night for the Ocas Racing Network. Until then, I'm Zachariah Cartledge. I was joined by Sebastian Perez, first career commentary performance from him on the R2R Broadcast Network, and I do say he did pretty well tonight. Hopefully we can see him come back in the booth for future events. And Sebastian, it was nice sharing the booth with you, and you want to say goodnight to the fans back at home?
Good night.
All right, good night, everybody. We'll see you in a few days for more paid broadcast action, and in a few weeks for more R2R action. Until then, we'll see you around. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you around.